हेलो दोस्तों, आपने एक वर्ड सुना होगा डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म, है ना। डेफिनेशन के पर्पस के लिए इट इज़ एन अनकॉन्शियस साइकोलॉजिकल मैकेनिज्म दैट रिड्यूसेस एंजाइटी अराइजिंग फ्रॉम unacceptable or potentially harmful stimuli. Whenever we encounter a situation which is unacceptable to us, or it affects our self image, or it is harmful stimuli, we employ a mechanism called defense mechanism, which is an unconscious psychological process to cover up or reduce this unacceptable or potentially harmful stimuli. We'll not get into the details of it. To see the details of it, you can visit courses.ganeshbabu.in. I'm building up a complete series on defense mechanism and various defense mechanisms that we employ under various life situation, also how it is revealed in the psychological test and other tests. Now to explain this, I'll take this picture. You can see there is a young man sitting in front of an interview panel. The panel consists of five male members. All of them are wearing formal dress, tie, coat, suit and all that stuff. Even the person who is giving the interview is wearing a coat, trouser, formally dressed. It is definitely not a SSB interview, because in SSB interview it is one candidate and one interviewing officer, and the distance is much more than this. It is a panel interview, so it can be a campus placement interview, it can be a corporate interview, or it can be a civil services interview. For the purpose of that, you can take it. So when psychologists ask you what led to the situation, what is currently happening, what is the final outcome, you're supposed to give a story in 4 minutes time in about 12 to 14 lines. So let's see what is the response by a candidate on this. And I am asking you, do you find there is any defense mechanism employed? And we will discuss the end. Now before I start, let me tell you the registration for the next 2 weeks offline composite batch at Pune is on. You can do that registration. The batch schedules are, the immediate batch is starting from coming Monday, that is 16th May 2022 to 28th May 2022. It will be a 2-week composite batch that is consisting of self-management, leadership and SSB classes. And thereafter the next batch will be from 30th May 2022 to 11th June 2022. So you can register for these batches. The registration is open. Kindly send a WhatsApp message at 9090099035, and we will share you the details for registration, and you can do the rest of the formalities once we get back to you. Kindly share this information with your friends. Now let's come to this picture, and the first line reads, Rahul is very hard-working, obedient, bright and intelligent, sincere and handsome boy who has completed his graduation. So one line, lengthy line, and it talks about Rahul, and Rahul ke bare mein there is too much spoken about. You can see Rahul is hardworking, he is obedient, he is bright, he is intelligent, he is sincere, he is handsome, and he recently completed his graduation. So having given so much of adjectives, what does it mean? Why the candidate has given so many adjectives? How will this be seen by the psychologist? इस चीज़ को देखकर साइकोलॉजिस्ट आपके बारे में क्या अभिप्राय बनाएगा? और अगर कैंडिडेट ने ऐसा लिखा है तो ऐसे लिखने के पीछे उसकी सोच या उसकी मानसा क्या थी? आई वॉन्ट यू टू एक्सप्लेन मी. आई एम श्योर आप भी ऐसे लिखते होंगे. तो जब आप ऐसे लिखते हो, हार्ड वर्किंग, ओबीडियंट, ब्राइट, इंटेलिजेंट, सिंसियर, हैंडसम, who had completed his graduation. So when you write so many things, what is the intention by the candidate to write such statement? Does he want the psychologist to blindly accept that whatever you written here, they exist in the candidate who wrote it? Is this what you want to say? So if I am not hardworking, obedient, bright, intelligent, sincere. But if I write in my story that Rahul is hardworking, obedient, bright, intelligent, sincere, does it mean कि राहुल पेपर कैरेक्टर को ऐसे लिख देने से ऐसा लिखने वाला कैंडिडेट के अंदर ये गुण आ जाएगा? इसके ऊपर मुझे एक फीडबैक देना. So I want to know, do you also write something like this? और मैं जानना चाहूँगा, आप अगर इस तरह से लिखते हो तो साइकोलॉजिस्ट इस तरह से लिखने का इंटरप्रिटेशन क्या लेगा? मुझे इसके ऊपर जरूर कमेंट लिख के बताना. नेक्स्ट बोलता है ही, मतलब राहुल is too good in sports and other activities too. So besides he is hardworking, obedient, bright, intelligent, sincere, handsome, he was too good in sports and other activity. Now who has to decide what are the other activity? Do you mean that the psychologist has to now guess also that he is good in so many other activities? Which activity it is left vague? Vague matlab it's unspecific, non-specific. You have left to the imagination of psychologist कि आपको जो लेना ले लो. No, I don't know क्या समझ में, मुझे बताना इस पार्ट से. Other activities, is too good in sports. Now what happens if the candidate who is writing this story in his PIQ form, if his own columns of sports उसमें कुछ नहीं है, या बचपन में ऐसी क्रिकेट खेला है या ऐसी क्लास में फुटबॉल खेला है, but he writes Rahul is too good in sports. So here his real self and the ideal self that he is trying to portray, there will be a mismatch. How will the psychologist interpret that mismatch and how will it affect or benefit the candidate? मुझे बताना अगर समझ में आया तो. Next बोलता है he was looking for job but found no vacancy everywhere. तो he was looking for job but found no vacancy everywhere. So he is a graduate and he is hardworking, obedient, bright, intelligent, sincere and handsome and too good in sports, but he is not getting any job because everywhere, wherever he went, there is no vacancy. So that's a scene. Whereas what is the scene presented? There is an ongoing interview. What are you conveying? There is no vacancy and he was hardworking, obedient and all those stuff. We'll see that. Next. So he tried his best and finally he got an interview from a foreign MNC and attended the interview. So this scene has come. So he tried his best because there was no vacancy. He was not getting any interview call. So he tried his best and finally he was able to get a call from a MNC. And he attended the interview. So this scene has now come. Stimulus abhi almost चौथे पांचवे line पे आ गया. Okay, now let's see what happens in the interview. He answered all the questions very well. So सीधा आपने क्या बोल दिया? He answered all the questions very well. Can I also take it that this candidate who is going for SSB interview and is has written this story about Rahul's interview and he was able to give all the questions very well and all the members appreciated? So can I take it that this candidate who is writing this story, this candidate writing this story, he will also answer all the CIQs in the SSB. He will also perform well in all the TATs, WATs, SRTs, because can I assume that the candidate who created Rahul is also a hardworking, obedient, bright, intelligent, sincere, handsome boy who is too good in sports? Do you feel कि ये सब चीज़ें इस कैंडिडेट के अंदर भी होना तो चाहिए, बिकॉज राहुल में इसने डाला है. तो ये लड़का कहीं इंटरव्यू में जाए एंड इफ आई आस्क हिम कि यूक्रेन और रशिया के बारे में बताओ, इनका कॉन्फ्लिक्ट का कॉज क्या है, हाउ विल दिस कॉन्फ्लिक्ट अफेक्ट द वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर, हाउ विल इंडिया टेकिंग पेट्रोलियम प्रोडक्ट फ्रॉम रशिया, हाउ विल इट अफेक्ट द जियो पॉलिटिक्स में, मतलब ऑल दोज थिंग, अगर उसका किसी कभी बार बार ये आंसर बोलता है सॉरी सर आई डोंट नो, then what he is making Rahul do through this story and what he himself do in the preparation of SSB, there will be a mismatch. आप समझ में आ रहा है? जैसे राहुल यहाँ पे सारे he answered all the questions very well. Are you sure you will answer all the questions very well? आपने अपने करंट अफेयर्स, जीके, सोशल इश्यूज, डिफेंस रिलेटेड इश्यूज, मस्ट नो स्टफ, यू आर सेल्फ अवेयर, सब कुछ कर लिया होगा ना, बिकॉज आपका राहुल कर रहा है. ऐसा ना हो कि पेपर का राहुल कर रहा है लेकिन वास्तव में कैंडिडेट नहीं कर पा, मिसमैच हो जाएगा. फिर क्या समझ में आया मुझे बताना. सो दिस लाइन इज़ वेरी भयंकर लिखा है इसने, बट लिखने से नहीं चलेगा. ही आंसर्ड ऑल द क्वेश्चंस वेरी वेल एंड ऑल द मेंबर्स अप्रिशिएटेड एंड टोल्ड दे आर ग्रेटफुल टू अपॉइंट हिम इन देयर कंपनी. मतलब the interview was so good, it was so good that all the 5 members, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 members appreciate him कि भैया राहुल तुम अब तक कहाँ थे. एंड उन्होंने बोला कि हम कृतज्ञ हैं, वी आर कृतज्ञ टू अपॉइंट यू इन अ कंपनी. हमारा भाग्य है कि हमारे हिस्से में आप जैसा एक कैंडिडेट का इंटरव्यू लिखा, हम धन्य हो गए. तो मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ, ये जो कैंडिडेट जो ऐसी स्टोरी लिख रहा है, इस कैंडिडेट का अगर मैं एसएसबी का पर्सनल इंटरव्यू लूँगा, मैं भी धन्य हो जाऊँगा तुम्हारे इंटरव्यू और तुम्हारे नॉलेज को देख के, या मैं एकदम धन्य की जगह एकदम छिन्न भिन्न हो जाऊँगा. तो मुझे ज़रूर बताना. अगर मैं छिन्न भिन्न हो जाऊँगा तो आपने राहुल को इतना बड़ा चढ़ा क्यों लिखा है? क्या आपकी प्रिपरेशन इस राहुल की तरह है कि आपको हर जो पैनलिस्ट है आपको अप्रिशिएट करो, धन्य हो जाए कि आप जैसे कैंडिडेट को सेलेक्ट करके एसएसबी धन्य होगा, या कहीं आप फट्टा लेके भागो टीएटी वेटी कर तो कुछ गड़बड़ रह जाएगा. आई डोंट नो. समझ में आ रहा तो मुझे बताना मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ. ही गॉट द जॉब एंड ही बिकेम डायरेक्टर ऑफ द कंपनी. हे भगवान. ही गॉट रिकमेंडेड फ्रॉम द एसएसबी एंड बिकम चीफ ऑफ द आर्मी स्टाफ. ऐसा लग रहा है, ये स्टेटमेंट ऐसा लग रहा है दैट राहुल गॉट रिकमेंडेड फ्रॉम द एसएसबी एंड इमीडिएटली बिकम चीफ ऑफ द आर्मी स्टाफ. क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ आप मुझे बताना. He got the job and he became director of the company. सीधा. वैसे भी उन्होंने they appreciated, they said कि we are grateful that to appoint you. हमारा तो धन्य हो गए. तो मुझे बताना. And later he got married and settled in USA में सेटल हो गए भैया, कैलिफोर्निया में जहाँ पे भी है. तो मुझे ज़रूर बताना कमेंट मार के कि क्या समझ में आया. Do you see any defense mechanism here? What does the candidate wants to convey when he writes hardworking, obedient, bright, intelligent, sincere, handsome, too good in sports, other activities, looking for job but no vacancy, he tried, then foreign MNC, and he answered all the questions very well, very well. Why has he written like this? Will this candidate himself answer all the questions very well when you go to the SSB interview? और उस टाइम ये बोलेगा सॉरी सर आई डोंट नो सर, ये तो पता नहीं था, डिफेंस रिलेटेड नॉलेज तो नहीं पता. मतलब जिस तरह से इसने राहुल की स्टोरी में लिखा, कैन ही ऑल्सो परफॉर्म एंड प्रिपेयर एंड परफॉर्म इन द सेम मैनर? नहीं है तो देर इज़ अ गैप. मुझे बताना क्या समझ में आया. एंड देन ही गॉट द जॉब एंड बिकेम द डायरेक्टर. कहाँ नो वैकेंसी का बोर्ड लेके घूम रहा था और कहाँ डायरेक्टर बन गया. क्या हुआ बताना. एंड ही गॉट सेटल्ड. मुझे इसके ऊपर जरूर फीडबैक देना. And I am not going to give you feedback here. I am going to trigger thinking in you. And if you want feedback, please go to courses.ganeshbabu.in and you'll find under the defense mechanism heading, you'll find these videos. I think I've already uploaded it there. So you can watch that and comments likhna, and then we will take on further from here. And once again, let me remind you, the registration for the 2 weeks offline batch is commencing at Pune. The batch schedule is 16 May 2022 to 28 May 2022. This is a 2 weeks composite batch, SMN and SSB. And next is from 30th May 2022 to 11th May 2022. Again, 2 weeks का batch. To register, you have to send me a WhatsApp message at 9090099035, and we'll share you the details. And thereafter, you can do the registration formalities. Kindly share this information with your friends, and do tell कि इस story narration से आपको क्या समझ में आया. Thank you, and may God bless you. Thank you very much.